Some furniture.
Welcome to the JAWN podcast. I'm your host, Shalia,
And your host, Shanina.
and we are back from our little hiatus. It feels good to be back.
Yep. We had a little
Um,
break, life
yeah,
happened, but you know.
yes. So we're going to open with our words of affirmation, and today's affirmation says, accept both compliments and criticism. It takes both sun and rain for a flower to grow. And the word of the week is humble. And humble means freedom from pride or arrogance, having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance. Being humble is one of the most powerful and important attributes of growth. So, I chose this word because um, in my field of work, I always see people or talk to people um, who lack humility. And
Mm,
it's like, and they don't know it.
most
So
definitely.
it's always just good to take a step back outside of yourself and be humble and realize that we're really on borrowed time. So everything that we have going on, we got to step back and appreciate it and be grateful for it. So word of the week, humble. What's up with you, sis? You cool?
I'm cool. Like I said, it's just been a trying couple of weeks. But I'm counting my blessings. I'm always trying to, like you said, be humble. I'm always trying to, remember, like, when you are going through things, you gotta see, some of the positive things that you have. You know what I mean? So I try to, even in my moment of like frustration or feeling like I can complain about something, then I always gotta sit back and say, you know what, I'm grateful because I have so much things, that some people don't have or don't have the opportunity to have. So
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm I'm getting over. I was down, okay? I was down. I had a respiratory infection, but I'm getting a little better, My voice is still a little raspy, but I can breathe better. Like, I was struggling, honey. I
Well,
was struggling
I'm glad you better. I'm glad it wasn't nothing too serious where you had to be hospitalized, child. Cause
like, girl. And then they ran this whole panel of all these like RSVs and flus. They ran all this panel. It was like not detected. Nothing was detected. I'm like, yo, I I can't breathe. What is happening? Like, I was going up the steps. You would have thought that I ran a marathon.
they said though, I saw
It's a
on the
mess.
news it's like this lung
White
thing that's
lung,
going.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So,
know. That's what I'm saying. The week before that, my son had pneumonia.
hmm,
And he probably didn't have pneumonia. He probably had whatever this new mess is,
right.
because China had all these pediatric cases of pneumonia.
Hmm.
And when he went to CHOP, the pediatric ICU was full. He couldn't even get a
Yeah.
room. So,
Wow.
and then that Friday I started feeling a tingle and I was down. And then right after I got sick, that next when I started to come out of it a little bit, Ava woke up. She couldn't talk. It was a mess.
Yeah, y'all just passed it on to each other. That's what
Yes.
happened.
And then Ava and Aiden, they be all close, all in each other's face. He's still coughing. It's just, like I said, it's just, this house has been the sick house, honey.
Sometimes, yeah, it'd be like that, but I'm glad y'all doing better.
Yeah,
I'm cool. My last few weeks was rough too. I just
I know.
it just was sad, and then I had my own issues going on with my mouth, which I'll talk about a little bit more in detail later, which was so unexpected and child.
Child. Anyway,
So
we only on since you cool, right?
right, this week is much better. But yeah, the last few weeks were a little rough. But we're back. We're back. We had to, take an unexpected break. But like I said, it feels good to be back and be back on the microphone. So, oh, I like that, John. What's your oh, I like that, John, for this week?
My I like that joint this week is Black Cake on Hulu. I was hearing so many people talk about it. So many people have been talking about it, so I finally started watching it. I think earlier today, I think I started watching it. So it's good so far, really good.
Oh, okay. Some people were saying that it started out slow. Um, it's on my list. I haven't watched it yet, but it's definitely on my list.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good so far. I'm only on like episode 2 though, but
Okay.
it is good so far.
Okay. So, my oh, I like that joint. Since I was a little down and out, I had some time to watch some TV. And I watched the Milli Vanilli documentary, which was good. It was a lot of surprises because I heard about it, but I
I want
didn't
to
know
watch
like
that,
all
but
the
did you pay to
details.
watch that?
No. Mm-mm.
Where you saw that?
Did we watch it on Hulu or
When
Prime?
I looked
I
it up,
can't
I had to
remember.
pay for it. I was like,
What do you have? Where do you look it up at?
um, everywhere. I think it was on. I feel like it was on. Oh, but you got YouTube. You got
TV.
YouTube TV. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Probably. That's probably why you was able to see it because it was on YouTube. But for me, I had to pay for it.
Oh.
So you probably saw it because you got YouTube TV.
Oh, because I'm like, yeah, we watched it with no problem. So,
Yeah, that's
and
probably.
then so I watched that, and then also I watched Tyler Perry's Maxine Baby. It was
Yeah, I
really
started
good.
watching it. I didn't finish it, but I did started watching it. It was sad.
I know I was
It
about to
was
say after
sad.
watching that, I can't do nothing but give him respect.
It
Nothing
was
but
sad when he was
respect.
talking about the abuse from his dad, and then the people was talking about it like everybody around him. It was sad. I mean, it
Girl,
just goes to show.
I want to spill the beans so bad, but keep watching it.
It just goes to show. I feel like a lot of people, but that's the whole thing with like your faith in God. Because to me, like Oprah, like mostly all of those people, they had a crazy story. You know what I mean?
Yes,
A lot of
yes,
times you go through things to make you strong and be able to like be successful. So many of those successful, especially Black people, they have been through a lot.
yes. And that's what's pushing them to be great. But you
Right.
gotta keep watching it, girl, because that thing, the end, I was like, come on, Tyler, you not gonna make me be a boohoo cry baby. You're not going to do this to me. But it was really good. I liked it. So those are my oh I like that drawing. Um so what have you been buying? Who been getting all your money, child? Because I've been swiping my card. Like
Have
I'm
you?
surprised they didn't
I
cut
actually
mine
been
off.
doing good. Yeah, I've actually been doing good recently. Um, I did go online. Last week Nike had a sale. I just remembered about that today when the sneakers came in the mail. But Nike did have a sale, so I had bought my kids a pair of sneakers. Ava's sneakers came, but I think I got to send them back because I don't think she can fit them.
What size she wear now?
Like a 9.5
Mm.
or 9. Yeah. So oh, and I did. So I don't know. I think my loctician is mad because I canceled my appointment, but I bought me this interlocking tool that they use so I could try to do my own retie. Yeah, and I bought like I needed a new paper towel holder. What is that thing called that you put the paper towel on?
A paper towel holder. Why you think she mad though? Because she want that money.
um, yeah, because I just was like, oh, I might have to cancel my appointment. My money is funny, and she just was like, okay. And then I got an email immediately that my appointment was canceled. And then I was like, and then I texted her like, oh, do you have any openings? Because I guess because of the thing is the way that she works, like everybody schedules their appointment, way in advance. So I'm just like, do you have any openings on December 15th? And like, I never got a response.
Oh, child, she got to get over that. But anyway.
Yeah, maybe she. I mean, it could just, I'm sensitive. It could just be me. Like she probably don't feel no type of way, but I'm sure people cancel all the time. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
what I was
nature,
saying. Yeah. And if
right?
your
But I
money
mean, that's
funny or you're not feeling well and stuff like that, that's you know, but well hopefully you can you've been watching videos and stuff.
I watched. I just watched one today. Like when I was deciding to buy it, because I had been a long time ago, not a long time ago. Like when I first got before, I don't know, it was like right when I got my locks installed. I already bought this other interlocking needle thing, but I don't feel like it works well for my short hair. So I bought this other one, like a different tool, and I think that's the one. Like it's similar to the one she uses. So
It's crazy because I've been looking at lock extensions. I'm actually about to try soft locks. So we shall see. I don't know what I want to do with this hair.
yeah, that's the beauty of. That's what I'm saying. That's the one thing that I'm happy about. I don't really have to think about my hair.
Yeah. So like I said, I did buy some stuff for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Um, so pretty much everything was on sale. But I bought the major thing that I bought was this neck, back, and shoulder massager.
Mm.
Cause sitting at this desk, I do have like this posture corrector thing that's supposed to make you
Mhm.
sit up, which I don't
Mhm.
wear it enough, but I need to start
Mhm.
wearing it. But my back and my shoulders be hurting.
Yeah.
So I got that massager. Ooh, child, it's one of the best things I bought for
I've
real.
been saying that I was gonna buy the one that go in the chair.
Mhm.
Still never bought it. I want my back has been messed up for years, but my back's been messed up for years. But I'm just so used to the pain in my back that I don't even pay it any mind. I went to the
Yeah.
chiropractor years ago, and they used to show me the the X-ray. It was all messed up. Like,
Ooh,
okay,
child.
I know. It's from like having sit down jobs where you sitting
Yeah.
the whole time. Yeah.
That's
People
why I
think
said
that's
I
what I'm saying.
need to.
People think that there isn't any like occupational hazards because you just sitting at a desk, but that stuff it messes up your eyes. It messes people
Mhm.
the corporal tunnel. Your back. Like my eyes is
Yeah.
jacked up. I'm sure because I'm behind a computer the whole time.
So listen, that's why I need to wear that posture thing. Cause I remember one of my great aunts, like she literally used to walk like she had a
Wow.
hump in her back and she used to walk.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not trying to be that as an old lady.
Me neither. Me
I need
neither.
to get it together. I need to get it together. So you gotta hit this joint up is where we highlight a small business. And this week we're highlighting Beauty to Go. And Beauty to Go is a Philly beauty supply delivery service. And they supply cosmetic and personal care as well as things like hair and hair products and things like that. And this business is a black owned business. Um, they're open Monday, Friday, and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Saturdays, they're open to 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. You can shop on their website at shopbeautytogo.com or you can reach them at 215-650-3097. And I actually went on their website, even though I'm not in PA, just to kind of see what they offer.
Yeah.
And they
I went
had
on
a
there a
lot of
while
good stuff
ago.
in there. Oh, you did?
Like I guess when they first started, I saw it somewhere, but it wasn't a lot of products at that time. But I'm sure they probably expanded since then.
Yeah. So I think that's a very good service, especially for us. Like, you in the midst of doing your hair, you ran out of gel or jam or whatever, you need some more hair. It's just a good service that, to have that they deliver. So make sure y'all hit them up. Um, their Instagram is actually Beauty to Go, and y'all could go support them if you need some hair needs. If it's cold, you don't want to go out the house, you decided to do your hair late at night. Well, of course, before 10 p.m. Make sure y'all hit them up and support them. Yeah, could you
Oh,
put down a current event? I don't even want to
yes.
talk about this mess
Why?
because I'm over it. It's like we already know how he is. It's been being said for
A
years.
lot of
So
people
it's
don't
like,
know though. Like, I mean, I'm thinking that a lot of people maybe not know. Like for us, because we've been around for a long time, the progression, I think the like evolution of him. You know what I mean? Like some people, I don't know. So I'm talking about Diddy. She said she don't want to talk about it, but I just think it's ironic how once like the floodgates is opening, everybody got a story. It's hilarious to me. But I think it's funny because Wendy Williams been telling people that he was gay since 20 years ago. It's hilarious. Like she used to say that, and like, I think he got a fired or something somewhere before. Like I know he definitely is one of the ones who she used to insinuate was gay.
yeah, it's a lot of stuff out there about him.
It is.
Like
It's a lot.
Usher has said, when his mom sent him to go live with Diddy, the stuff that he encountered, and just a lot of people have stories. So for me, it's like not a surprise, and the fact that this case was an
Well,
open and
what's a
close.
surprise? See, what's a surprise for me is because I definitely see him being like sexual promiscuous, whatever. Like, having consensual sex, like that's obviously nothing wrong with that being an adult. But the abuse, like the physical abuse, like beating that girl up like that is I didn't know that he did that. Like I didn't know that he beat women like that. Like that's
I mean, like
crazy,
I
but
said, what's her name? Kimora. She was really good friends with Kim Porter, and she was insinuating stuff, and
right.
just people
A lot
have
of
been
times
like
these powerful and rich men are able to shut people up,
with money.
basically.
Hmm. Yeah,
And just certain people not wanting to be in this person's like, on this person's hit list, they're gonna keep quiet and they're gonna allow them to do what they do.
yeah.
But it's reckoning. At the end of the day, it's reckoning. You know what I'm saying? Because you reap what you sow. And you may have thought that you was getting away with certain things for so long. I mean, I never disliked Diddy, but just the fact that he like the way that he treated his artists and Bad Boy, you know what I mean? I
Hmm.
already knew that he was shady and how, you can be capable of anything.
Yeah, and the way
But
he treated them people on what was that show called? Making a
making a
Band.
band. Yes.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yes. And then like now I love how like certain clips are resurfacing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like
yeah. I saw a clip of him on some award show apologizing to what's her name? It begin with a K. I can't think of it. But apparently she had filed something against him about the show. And they had settled it or something, and he was like thanking her, and
from
nobody knew
Danny the
why he was
Kane,
thanking.
one of the girls from Danny the
Yeah,
Kane,
yeah, I can't think of her name
Aubrey
though.
O'Day, the white
I
girl.
don't know. That was a black girl.
She's definitely been screaming. Nobody been listening to her, but she's been screaming for a long time how she don't mess with Diddy and how she recently had an interview and was saying how remember how before this all came out, let's put it like this, before this even Cassie thing dropped, he made an announcement that he was giving the publishing back to his
Right,
artists.
right,
And she
exactly.
came out and said, when you do the math, she's like, when you do the math, it's only like $900.
It's
She was
not.
like,
Yeah, at this
she
point, it
was like,
don't really
I'm trying to
matter.
tell them, don't sign this because
Right.
when in order to get the publishing, it said that you cannot say anything bad about him. You
Hmm.
had to agree to not say anything bad about him. It's like
And at this
you ain't shit.
point, it don't really matter because you held on to it for all this time, and then it's like
Yeah, you've
now
been
he's
taking people
stepping
publishing
down
for a long time.
from Revolt. But I was reading
Yeah.
up on that, and this lawyer who been speaking about it, this lady, she was saying pretty much the reason why he's stepping away from being like the CEO and stuff of these
Hmm.
brands and companies is because ultimately they can go after that too.
Right.
So,
The people, because initially I think he was one of his companies was sued. And then that's
mhm,
when Revolt was like, nigga, you got so he
yeah,
stepped down from that so that the people won't sue the companies.
mhm,
But at the end he's very quiet. That's the part that's also funny to me, is that he's been very quiet about this.
Well, he made a statement today about somebody. I think it was like a 23-year-old girl came forward and made allegations, and
yeah.
he made a
So
statement.
many people is coming out.
And then it's
And
being like other people in the industry, like Aaron
did you
Hall.
did you hear that he blew Kid Cudi's car up? Did
No,
he
but
blew Kid
like
Cudi car up?
he's vicious because
No, he is
Kamori Simmons
crazy.
house caught on fire. People are insinuating that was him.
Right. People the first thing I was seeing was that like a Jaguar, right? You know, this is the thing. I
Yeah,
love her as
she
an
been
artist. This
saying
is the
it.
thing. I love her as an artist, right? Because I do think she has some sort of mental illness. You have to take what she says. She says some truths, then she says some things you don't know if it's the truth. Like some things she say is the truth. You know what I mean? You know how that's how sometimes crazy people be. It's like sometimes you say stuff that's the truth, you don't know. You're like, I don't know, but she definitely has been saying it.
Yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day, it just depends on who mouth is coming out of. You know what I mean? When certain people hear it, but
yeah.
at the end of the day, listen,
Everybody
you
can't
can
be wrong. That's what I'm
you
saying.
can you gotta
Everybody
you
not
listen.
wrong.
Y'all gotta stop. If you listen, y'all gotta stop thinking that money is going to make you like exempt from reckoning. Like, no, your day gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Yeah,
day is gonna come.
it's
You can't
crazy.
keep treating people like shit.
Right. So yeah, Diddy is just I don't know. I'm just in a space where I just don't be letting these celebrity stuff consume me because I be like, there's always something with them. Just like this whole Tamar and the God thing. I'm like,
What is that? Like, what is that? Like,
girl, honey.
I don't know. I don't know either. I don't even know. Listen, I, where I don't know. These celebrities, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, but listen, these men, you you think your time ain't gonna come? It's gonna come.
But not just men, it's women predators out there too. So people in
Right.
general, you just can't be going around
That's
treating
true.
people any old kind of way and doing things to people and think that you're not going to reap what you sow. So keep
Right.
that in mind. You do dirt, it's going to come back on you.
Oh, it's definitely gonna come back. So this week I'm doing Pisces for horoscope. Pisces, a little fishies. Last but not
Hilarious.
least.
Hilarious.
So for love, it's time to expand your definition of love, Pisces. Expect the unexpected as romantic Venus moves into investigative Scorpio and your house of adventure and exploration. On Monday, a willingness to try new things adds excitement to your love life. Um, Let me see. Sorry. You're a lot more playful and affectionate than usual during Saturday's Venus Jupiter opposition, but that doesn't mean anything goes. If you don't take your regular precautions and keep up normal boundaries, bad things can happen. Some relationship rules are there for a very good reason. I know that's right. um and for money. This week, the planetary energy may make your money situation seem out of your reach or money issues of your control out of your control, but you have more influence than it appears. You may be trying to come up with new ideas or even taking on new work. But for the next month or so, it may be hard to get ahead. You may even be thinking about changing your career or going after a new position. Waiting until the next season is a better option at this time. And for health, let your renewed enthusiasm for health and wellness fill you with a powerful desire to exercise daily and eat nourishing food. Your diet might have more of an impact on you than you realize. It would be a good idea to check for food tolerances and sensitivities so you can tailor your diet to your needs. Ongoing symptoms could suddenly disappear. That would be a real relief.
Okay. I don't know too many Pisces, so.
You don't? I know
Mm-mm.
enough, honey.
Oh yeah, you
That's for
do.
sure.
Your sister, your
I
niece.
definitely know
Well,
enough.
I know. I know them, but I don't. know them to that point.
Yeah.
So. All right, so we're going to get into this week's episode topic. And this week's episode topic is pushing through the unexpected life update. So, what's been going on, sis? What's been going on?
So so as you know, we took a little break or whatever. Um my my husband lost his mother 3 weeks ago, and it was completely unexpected.
Mhm.
Um she had a heart attack. Um
So, they did
and it
confirm that?
mhm.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Well, I just got a chance to actually, talk to his sister who was there.
Okay.
Um And what happened was she was completely fine. That's the part that's so crazy. Like she had just gotten off the phone with her other daughter, and she was completely fine. They when they spoke, she was laughing and everything. And then I guess maybe like 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, she started to not having a hard time breathing. So at first she told her daughter, um, take me to the hospital, put some clothes on, take me to the hospital. So then her daughter was getting ready, and then she, must have panicked more, I'm sure, and was like, call the ambulance.
Mhm.
So she said ambulance didn't take any time. They got there, 5, 10 minutes, whatever. My mother-in-law even was able to, because she was overheating, so she was able to walk outside the house. They have a ramp outside their house. Walk down the ramp, get into the ambulance, and they gave her oxygen or whatever. And then she was like, next thing you know, she just, was unresponsive. And they was
Mm.
working on her. And then she coded. They was working on her for like 20 minutes.
Wow.
So yeah, it was very unexpected. Um, my husband's other aunt was in the hospital, so we had been on alert for her, and this was completely unexpected with when my husband called me. But so we had to deal with that, going. It was really hard. It was really hard for me also because that's my mother-in-law. I've been with my husband for 20 years, so it's not like I didn't build a relationship with her. Um, I was glad that we all were in a good space with her when it happened,
Mhm.
at
Right.
least. Um, my her aunt had an 80th birthday party in August, and my mother-in-law came up for that. And when I seen my husband's cousin who threw this party, I was like, that was heaven sent. I'm so glad that you threw that because we
Mm.
all got a chance to see her. Um, like mostly all my husband's siblings came up. They brought their kids. You know what I mean? So it was a family event that we at least got to see her a couple months before she passed. But I think being able to support like your partner, when they're going through losing a parent or somebody really close. Some people, you don't know because there's no manual for it.
Right.
But sometimes, um, some people you don't know how to be there for them or whatever. I think that's just something that I've spoke to other people about, and I've seen people struggle with it. Um, you just got to kind of learn to, I think, navigate their emotions because they're always going to be like up and down. You know what I mean? Because they're dealing with grief. Um, but like I see that my husband is hurt. Of course, that's his mom. You know, but so we was dealing with that, and then shortly after that, my son was hospitalized. He had pneumonia, so I was in the hospital all week with him prior to having to go all the way to North Carolina. And then even before that, I got into an accident, so I had to put my car in the shop. Like I just had a lot going on. Um, and then like this week, we're all sick. My daughter was sick. She hasn't been to school. So just life. Like I said, it's really no, you always have to be on alert for things. That's how I
Yeah,
feel.
you do. You really do. And then, when things like that happen that are unexpected, after that wow factor wear off, it's like you gotta jump into um like a different mode. Cause not only did y'all have to travel, but Like you still gotta take care of your kids. Your son was sick. You gotta be supportive to your husband. There's a lot that goes into stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then it's
Right. It's just like
also
life
like,
doesn't stop.
hmm
It's
then
just
it's
like life
also like
doesn't.
you gotta take care of yourself too.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And it can easily, you can easily fall short on one of those obligations. But um like for me, and then it was like, I don't know, I feel like even the last month, I had just came back from like my trip. Like I had just came back from like Nevada, and then it was that I had came back that Friday morning, then it was that Saturday that it happened, and then that Monday I was in the hospital. He got out on Thanksgiving. This is the first Thanksgiving I haven't cooked the turkey and God knows how long. We were just talking about Thanksgiving and what we're gonna do. I didn't really even have an opportunity. I cooked only because my daughter, she kind of made me feel bad, because she's like, I'm not going to have a Thanksgiving dinner. Like, I originally wasn't going to really cook. I was going to
hmm
go to Angela's.
right.
But being as though that, like, he had came home that Thursday,
hmm
like, I really didn't think it would have been proper for us to, for him to be around people. And
Right.
so, I had wound up cooking. Anthony went to the store and got some stuff. I had wound up just cooking the chicken breast. I made chicken breast, macaroni and cheese, yams. I used canned yams. I used canned collard greens. You know what I mean? Making something quick. Like
Right.
he didn't get home. He probably got home. I want to say like 5 o'clock. You know what I mean? Like it was like, no, maybe it was 3, 4 o'clock, something like that. We had to get his
hmm
medicine. Maybe it was like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And he went and got something. I didn't have the stuff at the house. He had to go to the store, get the stuff. I did have the can of yams and a can of collard greens. I had those at home. But I didn't even eat. I just made that because she, like I said, she did kind of make me feel bad. Because it wasn't her fault. But
Yeah.
and that's the thing about having more than one child. Like when I was pregnant with Aiden, that was my first time, dealing with having to not be at two places at once because you have
hmm
these two people that's dependent on you. And I had to be in the hospital while somebody else had to take care of my daughter. So that was like really like especially I was pregnant. So I was like so emotional
Yeah.
where I couldn't be there for her because I'm having a kid. You know what I mean? So I was split. Like this is my first before the boy even come. Before the boy even
hmm
come, you know what I mean? I'm dealing with having to be split with these two people. And
Yeah.
then with him being in the hospital this last time, and I was there the whole time. I'm grateful. And this is what I mean by you have to count your blessings and things. I'm so grateful that I have family. I have parents. I have both of my parents where they can step up and they are willing and love to be there as my backup, as my support. So many
hmm
people don't have that. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's like, oh, he's gonna be in the hospital. Um, can you pick Ava up from school? You know what I'm saying? My husband is on the road.
Right.
So I'm very grateful to have them as my support system because I wouldn't be this parent thing. I don't know how people do it. Like I wouldn't be like I thought about. I said, what if I moved to a different town and it was
hmm
just me and my kids? You know what I mean? Like who would have picked my daughter up? Like how would that even work?
Well, I mean, when you move to a different town, you kind of make your own community and make friends and stuff like that. So it happens. It's not something that should stop you from making moves and things like that. But you know, you just kind of make your own community. I just had a conversation with one of my friends about that who moved away from her mom and her support system, but she was telling me how she's been making friends and people that she trusts
Right. I mean,
to
I think
step
I
in
would
for her daughter.
definitely have to do that, but I think that still is
Yeah.
like a progression, like something that you don't immediately like move somewhere, everybody, but I just was like, or just being a kind of person who don't depend on people. You get what I'm saying? It's like you don't even want to. A lot of times, feel like you inconvenience other people or whatever. But that's why this parenting thing is like I don't know. I don't know how people be doing it with like 4 or 5 kids. One of my friends, she has 4 kids. I tell all the time, I don't know how you do it. Like right now, she has 4 kids and works 2 jobs, and I'm just like,
Is she a single mom?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, she's a single mom. But luckily,
yeah,
right now, her kids are older.
I was
So,
about to say if you got an older kid, that's
yeah,
the
when you
time
got
that
older
you
kids, that's why I said I'm kind of like on the cusp. I'm like, I'm on the cusp. My daughter about to be 12. I'm like, look, you about to become but I'm gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna have her watch my son. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pay you.
Right.
Like her, she'd be like, even today, when I took Aiden to my mom's house, I'm like, Ava, why don't you go over there with him? I said, I'll give you $5.
You know that's not enough for her.
She ain't
$5.
wanna go. Girl, she ain't wanna go. She's a
Yeah.
mess. She got money from me and her dad for her report card. And I didn't know he gave her money. I was like,
Mm.
he was like, oh, did I tell you I gave her money for a report card? I was like, no. I'm like, Ava, why you didn't tell me your dad gave you money?
Y'all should have known. Y'all should have figured that out.
We don't normally give her money. I was like, we don't normally give her money for a report card, but yeah, it's okay though.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
what's
the
been going on with
thing
you?
is, y'all still here. Death is unexpected. Because even though we say, is some people say it's easier to deal with death when you know the person is sick and things like that. But death just hurts, period, no matter how it comes. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah. For me, um, I just been feel like the holidays just make me feel down in the dumps, period.
Mm-hmm.
So I was already like, with Thanksgiving coming, like, so my family had told me that they were coming, and in all actuality, I cooked this food and they didn't come until Friday, right? I was pissed
What?
off about that. But so even prior to that, you know, when everything had happened with Anthony's mom, like I told you, that was on the actual day that I lost my mom. So I was
Mm-hmm.
already in an emotional state or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So then I kind of cheered up because they had said they were coming for Thanksgiving. And
I
then, like I
know.
said, they
Mm.
didn't come, right? So then when they came with a whole, it was hilarious. I had to laugh. They came with a whole bag of food that their, um, I guess you could say that that's my aunt. She's like a sister to my aunt because the kids call her auntie or whatever, but it's one of my aunt's friends. Came with a whole bag of food. Like, can we put this in your deep freezer? So I'm like, pretty much, I cooked this food for nothing because not only did y'all not come, y'all came with food that she sent y'all. Whatever.
Wait, so they didn't eat on Friday?
No, we ended up. So the reason why they came is because it was my cousin's birthday. Um, and so we ended up going out. We ended up, which was fun because I don't really go out in Atlanta. We went to a karaoke seafood bar. I did
Oh, that's who you
karaoke.
went with. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we all did karaoke. The food was okay. So it was a good time to get out. Um, then they left. Like they literally came at like 3 o'clock on Friday. We went out. We went out like to the hair store and did some different stuff before we went to the actual karaoke bar. Then they was like, "Oh, we getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, hitting the road." So I was annoyed because like I straightened up these rooms, did all this extra stuff for the guest
They said they
room,
were
did all
spending
this
the night
stuff.
initially.
Yes, initially, so they left Florida Tuesday night. So they were here early Wednesday morning. So the plan was for them to be at the friend's house the earlier part of Thanksgiving and then to come here the later part of Thanksgiving, which I was okay with because that's what people do. People go to multiple houses on Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? I just that's
But
how it
where did
was
they stay
presented to me.
Wednesday?
They said at the other lady's house.
Mm.
And it was like, "Oh, she didn't want us to leave, and we were supposed to come yesterday, but she fed us, and you know how the Thanksgiving food make you tired." But the crazy part about it is when we were on our way home from the karaoke
Karaoke bar.
bar, they had, excuse me, one of the friend's sisters lives in a hotel. They were like, "Oh, that's the hotel that we took such and such to. So y'all were close to my house. Y'all still could have came because y'all took this lady all the way to Douglasville, which is the next town from my house. But whatever. So I got over that. So I've been going to the dentist, figuring out this teeth situation. And, since it's the end of the year, the dentist is like, but you still have benefits, left over. So you should try to use your end of the year benefits. So I'm like, okay. So what's most pertinent or whatever? And he was like, well, you need a root canal. So I'm thinking like, okay, I don't remember if I had a root canal before. I'm sure I did. But I don't remember like if it was painful or whatever. So I was like, well, what's the recovery time? And he's like, it's no recovery. Like, you get the root canal,
Lies.
you just go about your business, right?
Lies.
But this is the thing, Janina. I got the root canal Wednesday. When I left the dentist, Eric was like, well, you seem fine. You laughing. You still getting smart. You still talking. You don't seem like you just came from getting a root canal, right? But I was still numb. I came home.
They numbed you good, huh?
Yes, I came home because we even did a little bit of errands after I left the dentist. Like we went to Walmart, we went to AutoZone. So it wasn't like I was like, oh, take me home after the dentist. So I came home. I ate no, I didn't even eat. I drank like some tea and I laid down. When I got up, I felt fine. And he still was saying the same thing, like, you okay? Because they had said to take Motrin, which I can't take. Take Motrin every 6 hours and take Tylenol every 4 to supplement the pain. So I was like, okay. I was like, I can't take Motrin. So they were like, okay, you get to just take the Tylenol.
They didn't give you a prescription?
Listen. So next day, I was in pain. I worked through it, talking to people.
What?
Mouth is listen. Mouth is starting to get swollen. Cheek is swollen. Okay, and so I remember on my instructions they were like, put ice on it. So in between my clients, I was putting ice or whatever. Okay. So Friday comes, I'm in excruciating pain, but I still worked because when I was taking, this is why I knew it was concerning. I was eating Tylenol like. I need more Tylenol. I need more Tylenol. This is not
what
working.
What Tylenol was it? 500?
Yes. And he said you could take up to 4,000. But I was like, I don't feel comfortable because I know Tylenol can mess up your liver, right?
4,000.
So
a day, you mean? You mean 4,000 a day?
4,000 a day. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. So Friday, I pushed through too. I was on the phone with my supervisor, and she was like, I'm surprised they didn't give you more. And I was like, yeah, they just told me to take Motrin and Tylenol, which I can't take Motrin. She was like, that don't seem right. So I knew I had this 1920s party coming up. And I did not want to disappoint my friend because she was looking so forward to it. But I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. I had nothing done. I didn't do anything to my hair. I was looking a mess. Like I said, my face was swollen, everything. Friday night, I couldn't take it no more. I was in tears. Called the doctor because they have a emergency line. He called me back. I told him what was going on because when I would touch my face, it felt like an abscess was forming and it was really, really sore.
What?
All this whole side of my face was swollen. Have you ever had an abscess before? Okay. So the abscess like makes your face swollen, and so I was telling him about it, and we ended up doing a telehealth call. He was like, yeah, you might need some antibiotics. So he was very nice about it. He's like, is it a 24-hour CVS near you? And I was like, yeah. He was like, are you sure the pharmacy? Because sometimes they'll say you're 24 hours, but it's only the store.
The pharmacy's not 24 hours.
Right. So luckily the one near my house was the pharmacy and the store was 24 hours. He called the prescriptions right in. He was like, I need you to start taking these immediately. As soon as you get them, take them. So I did. I immediately felt relief, which was awesome.
Did he give you, so he gave you pain medicine too?
He gave me pain medicine. He gave me hydro. hydrocodone, something like that, and he gave me amoxicillin, which that's really the only antibiotic I could take.
You
I
allergic to
immediately,
penicillin?
I'm not allergic to it, but it doesn't do well with if you've had a kidney transplant.
Oh, okay.
So I immediately started to feel better, but I was still like, I don't know about this party, right? On top of that, on that Saturday, it was raining. So I just was like, I don't know. But then I'm like, I paid for this ticket, I'ma just go.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, face was still swollen. Outfit was a mess. The dress was too big because mind you, I hadn't eaten since Tuesday. Dress, when I tried the dress on when I initially got it fit
Mm-hmm.
fine. Girl, dress was way too big. It was like all gappy and stuff. I just didn't feel good. Mind you, like I said, it was raining. It wasn't even warm because we had bought like it was a 1920 themes party. We bought furs, shawls, and all this stuff. Wasn't even cold. It was just a mess. So like I'm gonna show you the picture. I look like Harriet Tubman. That's how big my dress was. Because listen, no, the dress
You're
was like
crazy.
supposed to be fit at the top and flowy at the bottom, but it just was too big because I don't
It was a
have
long dress.
it was a long dress and I don't
Oh.
have like no hips and butt and stuff like that to fill it out. And then on top of that, because it was raining, I had to wear different shoes and it just didn't go together. It just did not go look good.
So you went to the party?
I went to the party. We had
How
a good
was
time.
it?
It was really, really nice. We had a really, really
Oh,
good time.
that's
It was
good.
like a casino theme type of
Mm.
party. So we got to play blackjack and we mostly played blackjack. I was trying to learn craps, but I wasn't getting the hang of it. And they had hors d'oeuvres and I couldn't drink, of course, because I was on antibiotics. And then we
Mm.
got to see, a few people we know and they were happy to see us, but
Mm.
it was
That's
a
what we
mess.
were saying. Gotta take care of that mouth.
Yes, yes, got to, right?
Gotta take care of that mouth.
So even now, I'm still on the antibiotics, and with the antibiotics, when you take them over a long period of time, they could cause a yeast infection. So now I'm dealing with that.
You don't have a use. No way. Oh
Yes,
my god, that's horrible.
it
Oh my
is.
god.
So I'm just like, what else is going to happen because of this damn tooth?
Mm, mm, mm.
Because I still got to go get a crown put on the tooth,
Right. Right. Hmm.
and I'm scared to do that. But they was like, you gotta wait till you finish taking your antibiotics.
That's weird.
So, I don't know.
Life be life, child.
It does, and they was like
But that's the reason why a lot of people avoid the dentist. I know I did at one point, like avoid the dentist like a plague. And then when I finally went, so I like when I finally went, I had to get all this stuff done. And I had to get this stuff done. And then COVID happened and I stopped going then during COVID.
mhm.
And then when I finally made my appointment, I had to get a bunch of fillings also. But I was so grateful last time I got my teeth clean. That's all I had to do. I was like, oh my God. All I'm getting is teeth clean. About time.
Listen, I don't even have to do a lot. I had to get that root canal, I need to get the crown. I have one filling, and I gotta do the deep cleaning.
Oh, you didn't do the deep cleaning yet?
No, because how my insurance pays for the deep cleaning is stupid. They do one half of the mouth at a time.
Right. Yeah. Dennis billing is so freaking weird. Like
And I'm
when
like,
like when Ava got her braces, right? So when she got her braces, they were like the insurance pays for half, and then I had to pay the other half, right?
mhm,
So I was like, all right. So she got the braces installed, whatever, and then I switched jobs.
mm,
So when I switched jobs, I was under the impression that that when they put in a claim for her braces when she got them put on, that they gave them half of the money. Well, honey, no. They pay in pieces, chunks.
yeah,
Chunks and
mhm,
pieces they pay throughout her because her braces treatment was only for 8 months.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? So now I got a new job, new different insurance. So then they had to bill this insurance. But the thing that's shady to me is that they bill my new insurance, you know what I mean, the whole amount. You know what I'm
Well, that's
saying?
what I'm saying. Y'all already got paid some of the
They
money, so why
already
y'all
got some of
billing
that money.
out?
Yeah. And I think my
Yeah.
new insurance, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't understand that. Just pay it, whatever.
That's what the
I'm
lady was
almost done.
explaining to me because she was like, even though you got end of the year benefits, it depends on when we bill and when they actually pay us. So I'm like, well,
Yes. It's
so
so crazy.
I,
It's
I'm
so
I'm
crazy.
I'm still on these antibiotics, child. I haven't had to take any pain meds because most pain meds make me nauseous, and that's the thing. I
Ugh,
was nauseous and
being
vomiting
nauseous is the
and
worst.
couldn't eat. It just was like horrible, and I'm just like, all this because I decided to get a root canal. I should have pushed it back and took off if I would have known that. But again, the doctor, he was so nice. He communicated with me the whole time. Even on Monday morning, he called me. Was like, "How are you feeling? Or is the medication working?" And I really appreciate that because most people be like, "I sent you the prescriptions. Get out of my face."
Right, exactly.
So I was really appreciative of that. But I'm better
Right.
now. I could talk. I can open my mouth because I literally couldn't do that before. Because
Oh
when I
my
tell
God,
you,
that's horrible.
so if y'all see any pictures of Facebook out there floating around to me, I look a mess. I
Like that was
do.
not me. That's not me.
Listen, I can admit when I have
That is so funny.
fashion disasters, we was in here cracking up because I'm Eric was like, you said it was a 1920 party. You ain't say you was gonna go free the slaves. I was like, I know.
Not free slave. Oh my
Listen.
God.
And then he pulled up this picture of Harriet Tubman and put it next to mine. I'm like, you get on my
He got to
nerves.
stop. He needs to
But we
stop.
cracked up about it though. It was funny. I needed a good laugh though. But
Was your mouth hurting when you
child,
was laughing, girl?
no, because that was on Monday or Tuesday of this week. Because I'm telling you, I literally couldn't do nothing. Some of my clients, like on Friday, I had to ask my clients if we could do our sessions over the phone because I did not want them to see me looking like that. They would have been like, "What the hell is wrong with Miss Shalia? She do not look good."
Mm, mm,
So,
mm.
and one of my clients is a nurse, and she was like, "Girl, I told you," because I had. She wanted to see me on the day I got my root canal. I was like, "I can't. I got a root canal." She was like, "Girl, you getting a root canal?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "I told you the root canals ain't no joke." I'm like, "Now I know."
Right. Yeah, I never got one either. I never got one, but I've known people that got one, and that day they was out like
But that day I was fine. That's the weird part about it.
right.
I don't know, but I'm glad it's over. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad that Aiden's feeling better because y'all had me worried over there. So
Girl, he was so listen. He was that's the thing. I personally, when I took my son to the hospital, I honestly didn't know he was as sick as he was, right? So it was like, I thought he had a stomach bug because he had threw up the previous day. I thought he had a stomach bug. But girl, we was in that.
yeah, because we was on the phone and y'all was at the playground. He was coughing, and I'm like, he probably just got a cold. But woo, child.
Yeah, but then he had like threw up or something.
Yeah, we
And
was on
then
the
the next
phone.
day, yeah, then the next day, oh yeah, right, you're right. Then the next day, he still wasn't doing better. So he
Mhm,
was basically sick that whole weekend. So I was like, well, I'm gonna take him. And that's the scary part of being a parent is because if you're not a nurse enough and you don't really know when is the appropriate time to take your child or not, you know what I mean? Because I could have easily been like, well, I'm not sure. And then like let him stay home. Like God knows what would have happened to him. Because
mhm.
when he went in the back, all these doctors started rushing in when they
Really?
put his pulse ox on. Yeah, when they put his pulse ox on, then they started like all these doctors came in. It was
That's
crazy.
scary.
He was very sick. I didn't know he was that sick. He was very sick.
Mhm,
But yeah, it was like
yeah.
basically because at first they were saying like he had a lung infection. And then
Oh, okay.
they finally like decided to, say it was bacterial pneumonia. which is worse than the other type of pneumonia.
Viral. Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I'm glad
But
y'all better.
he was back. Listen, by Thursday, you wouldn't even know. And then like even when we went down south, I was like, look, you would never know that this guy was just in the hospital. Like he was lit. He was lit. Like even at the funeral, he was running back and forth. Like he was lit. He was very
He
lit.
probably was like, I gotta make up for this long time. Y'all had me
He wanted to
sitting in
go
this
home. It
hospital.
was so he was like, he wanted to go home and he was taking a mask off. He took his IV out twice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was. Listen, it was so hard. I will say that was. I was like about to break down and cry because it was so hard because he didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like he needed that had his treatment in order for him to get better, in order for him to get out, and he didn't understand that. So that's what was hard for me because he didn't understand that he needed to do that in order to go home.
Right.
And he was ripping the mask off, girl. It was like I said, he took that IV out twice out of his arm. Then at first they stuck my son so many times because he was sick. He hadn't been eating or drinking, so it was hard for them to find his veins. And they was like sticking him, and it wasn't like his veins was dry. It was horrible. Like they stuck this boy at least 7 times altogether.
Girl, that's when because they got other ways to figure out how to find a vein.
No, I mean 7 times, including the times that they actually put the IV in. They had to put an IV in him 3 times. You know what I'm saying?
Because he took it out.
So the last 2 times, the second time that she put the IV in, they had used the ultrasound.
Oh, okay. That's
and
what
then
I'm
the
saying.
third time, and then the third time they had used the ultrasound. But like the first time they did it, no, I'm lying. They had to put his IV in 4 times because one time it collapsed, it broke, like it didn't work. So they had to take it back out. It was like I said, it was trying times, honey. But
it's so from me because I don't have good veins. Period. I tell them where to stick me, and they don't want to listen sometimes. And I'm like, I know where my good veins are, but it's so many nurses that don't know how to stick people. So many.
And it was like that's what I'm saying. Like other people was coming in, and then that's when they finally was like, we just want to do the ultrasound.
Yeah, like stay in your lane. If you don't really know how to do IV and it's a hard stick, get somebody else to do it. And listen to me because I know where I'm telling y'all to stick. Oh, I'm gonna just try here. No, you're not going to try there because I told you where to stick me at. Not sticking me 18 times.
All right,
but
let's close this out.
We are back. We are glad to be back. Life happens. You gotta take a step back sometimes. We're over here trying to be what's the word I called us? Overachievers. Where we were still gonna try to swing it, but we just had to step back and take a break. But we're back. We here. So we're gonna close out with our lyrics like we always do. What's your lyrics for this week?
So my lyrics for this week is from Happy, the song by Pharrell Williams. Excuse me. Here come bad news talking this and that. Yeah. Well, give me all you got. Don't hold back. Well, I should probably warn you. I'll be just fine. No offense to you. Don't waste your time. Here's why. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Okay. Yep. That's still a good song. So my lyrics are Smile by Kirk Franklin. And the lyrics say, I almost gave up, but a power that I can't explain fell from heaven like a shower. I smile, even though I hurt, see, I smile. I know God is working, so I smile. Even though I've been here for a while, I smile, I smile. It's so hard to look up when you've been down. Sure would hate to see you give up now. You look so much better when you smile. So
I love that song.
I know. So sometimes you got to find the happiness through the pain and you got to smile. So we're going to get out of here. Again, we're back. You can catch us every Wednesday on 216 The Blend, even when we're away. And you can also catch us on YouTube. So make sure you guys are following 216 The Blend, as well as following us on YouTube. And you can tap the link in our bio on Instagram and Facebook. At, on Instagram is the_JAWN_podcast, and on Facebook, the JAWN podcast. We're out of here. We'll catch you guys next week. Peace out.
Peace out.